Hello, good morning. This is Shashi. Now we will talk about animal tissue. In acellular animals, all the functions like digestion, respiration, excretion, and reproduction are performed by a single cell. In the complex body of multicellular animals, the same basic functions are carried out by different group of cells in a well organized manner. In the metazoans, a group of cells and cell products that arise from the same region of the embryo, which also perform a specific function, constitute a tissue. The study of tissues is known as histology or microanatomy. Tissues are made up of cells and extracellular matrix. The extracellular matrix varies in composition and quantity from one type of tissue to other. Animal tissue are broadly classified into four types: epithelial, connective, muscular, and nervous tissue. These tissue differ from each other in types and functions of their cells, composition, and relative amounts of the intracellular matrix. So, now epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue. Epithelium. Epi means upon, thelia means growing. Epithelium forms outer covering of the body and the lining of internal organs and cavities. The lining of internal organs and cavities. Cells of an epithelium are held together by an intercellular cementing substance. The specialized junctions provide both structural and functional links between the individual cells of an epithelium. They show different types of junctions so as to serve specific needs of that tissue. They are tight junctions, desmosomes, and gap junctions. So, tight junctions. These junctions between epithelial cells prevent leakage of body fluids. For example, they prevent leakage of water into the surrounding cells in our sweat glands. The plasma membranes of adjacent cells are tightly pressed against each other and are bound together by specific proteins. Desmosomes. Epithelial muscle cells. Epithelial and muscle cells are provided with desmosomes, which act as rivets, binding the cells together into strong sheets. Intermediate filament made up of protein, keratin, anchor the desmosomes in cytoplasm. Gap junctions. Communicating junctions. Gap junctions means communicative junctions. They provide continuous cytoplasmic canals between adjacent cells. Various types of ions, sugar molecules, amino acid, etc. can pass from a cell to an adjacent cell through gap junctions. They occur in many types of tissues, including the cardiac muscles, where they allow rapid conduction of impulses or depolarization. These are about gap junctions, tight junctions, and desmosomes. Next, an epithelium. An epithelium may be derived from any of the three germinal layers. An epithelium may be derived from any of the three germinal layers: ectoderm, endoderm, or mesoderm. An epithelium rests on basement membrane, which is separated partially by epithelial cells and partly by the underlying tissue. Basement membrane consists of basal lamina that lies close to epithelial cells and reticular lamina that lies close to the underlying connective tissue. Epithelial tissue is avascular and obtain nourishment from the underlying tissue by diffusion. Free surfaces of certain epithelial cells have microvilli or stereocilia. Microvilli increase the surface area of absorptive cells. Stereocilia are long and non-motile cilia like processes seen in reproductive ducts, epididymis, and internal ear, etc. There are two types of epithelial tissue, namely simple epithelia and compound epithelia, based on the number of layers or strata. Various glands in the body involved in the secretions are made up of epithelial tissue, glandular epithelium. Now about simple epithelium. Simple epithelium. Simple epithelium. Simple epithelium is composed of a single layer of cells and forms the lining of body cavities, ducts and vessels. It helps in diffusion, absorption, filtration and secretion of substances. On the basis of the shape of cells, it is further divided into three types. One is simple squamous epithelium, simple cuboidal epithelium, simple columnar epithelium. Let us see one by one. Simple squamous epithelium. This is also known as pavement epithelium. It is composed of a single layer of flat and tile-like cells, each with a centrally located ovoid nucleus. It is found in endothelium of blood vessels, mesothelium of body cavities, pleura, peritoneum and pericardium, and walls of Bowman's capsules of nephron, lining of alveoli of lungs. Second one, simple cuboidal epithelium. Simple cuboidal epithelium. It is composed of a single layer of cube-like cells with centrally located spherical nuclei. It is found in the germinal epithelium, proximal and distal convoluted tubules of nephron. Cuboidal epithelium of proximal convoluted tubules of nephron has microvilli. Next one is simple columnar epithelium. It is composed of single layer of tall and slender cells with oval nuclei located near the base. It has mucus secreting goblet cells. In some places it is of two types: ciliated columnar epithelium, non-ciliated columnar epithelium. Ciliated columnar epithelium Columnar epithelial cells have cilia on their free surface. It is mainly present in the inner surface of hollow organs like fallopian tubes, ventricles of brain, central canal of spinal cord, bronchioles, etc. Next, non-ciliated columnar epithelium. Columnar cells are without cilia. It is found in the lining of stomach and intestine. Microvilli are present in the columnar epithelium of intestine to increase the surface area of absorption. Next is compound epithelium. Compound epithelium, this also called stratified epithelium. It is made up of more than one layer of cells. Its main function is to provide protection against chemical and mechanical stress. It covers the dry surfaces of the skin as stratified keratinized squamous epithelium. It covers the most surface of buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus and vagina as stratified non-keratinized squamous epithelium. It forms inner lining of larger ducts of the salivary glands, ducts of sweat glands and pancreatic ducts as stratified cuboidal epithelium. It forms the walls of the urinary bladder as transitional epithelium. Transitional epithelium. Next, pseudostratified epithelium. It is simple epithelium but gives the false appearance of a stratified epithelium. It is due to the presence of nuclei at different levels and all cells are in contact with the basement membrane. It is either ciliated or non-ciliated. Hairs of mans and horns of rhinoceros are homologous structures. Euclidate. Glandular epithelium. Glandular epithelium. Some of columnar or cuboidal cells that gets specialized for protection of certain secretions from glandular epithelium. The glands are of two types: unicellular glands. Unicellular glands consisting of isolated glandular cells such as goblet cells of the gut. Multicellular glands consisting the clusters of cells such as salivary glands. On the basis of mode of pouring of their secretions, glands are divided into two types, namely exocrine, endocrine glands. Exocrine glands. Exocrine glands. Exocrine glands are provided with ducts, secrete mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzymes and other cell products. Endocrine glands are ductless and their products are hormones which are not based on the mode of secretion. Exocrine glands are further divided into merocrine glands, pancreas, which release the secretory granules without the loss of other cellular material. Merocrine glands, these are present in pancreas, which release the secretory granules without the loss of other cellular material. Next one is apocrine. Apocrine glands, example mammary glands, in which the apical part of cells is pinched off along with the secretory product. and holocrine glands. Holocrine, example sebaceous glands, in which the entire cell disintegrates to discharge the content. These are merocrine, apocrine, holocrine. This is about epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue contains tight junctions, desmosomes, gap junctions. These are two types: simple epithelium and compound epithelium and glandular epithelium. Three types. Again, simple epithelium divided into three types: simple squamous, simple cuboidal, simple columnar. Again, simple columnar epithelium divided into ciliated columnar and non-ciliated columnar. Compound epithelium, stratified epithelium. This is it has four functions. Next, glandular epithelium, unicellular, multicellular glands, and again these are exocrine, endocrine, again endocrine, merocrine, apocrine, holocrine. This is about epithelial tissue. Okay, thank you.